Hey, what's going on? What's going on, everyone? What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Another day in the markets today. Today's Hump Day, Wednesday, September 25th, 2019, right? Smack in the middle. Let's get it going. So, yesterday's shit show in the markets. What happened? Obviously, as we always see, the pre-market gap up followed by the after bell or right at the bell dump onto the market. It's just, I mean, we've been seeing it for months and months now. It's quite typical. Um, the rarity where prices continue to push higher after gap up are quite rare actually lately. We're seeing the reversals quite often. So anyway, pre-market this morning, it's dipping down. Obviously, as you know, last night the market sold off in a big way going into the close with news coming out of the House in the U.S. that obviously Nancy Pelosi is going to begin the impeachment process of Trump, which is obviously bullshit coming out of some talk coming out of Ukraine. It's just typical nonsense, with the Democratic situation in the states, with obviously, people that disagree with the way Trump runs the show. Anyway, these kind of, it's kind of randomness in the markets. That's what happens, with the markets. News pops up out of nowhere, and obviously markets react in a negative way, and panic happens, and people dump shares, and markets dump 2 points, right? Or a SPY dumps 2 points. Overall, it was a sell-off. So anyway, obviously with chaos, provides opportunity, as we always know. So obviously there's buying opportunities clearly once the dust settles. Right now we're seeing obviously price pushing lower pre-market, but there is some support in the high 294s in SPY. So we're going to see if that's going to hold into the market, into the session, and price pushing higher. So anyway, going into the session, we got 6. So let's kick it off with BABA. BABA obviously closed down like everybody else, closed down just shy of 5.5 points. Technically, obviously, it's sitting on that 50-day moving average, so it was quite a significant pullback, but it's a nice pullback nonetheless. Last time found support. You've seen it find support throughout all of September. Anytime it pulls back to this level, so if the market pushes higher, BABA should push higher as well. So next up we got CRM. As you can see, they got stuffed out yesterday in that channel that we have on our charts here. Reached that top and put in lower highs and lower lows and faded out nicely. So that was a significant, quite typical move for a security that's in a tight channel like that. So a descending channel. So basically, as you can see, right now it's at the bottom of that channel, sitting on the 15 to 200. So we are going to be bullish on CRM, holding, obviously contingent that these guys hold this level and start push up higher highs and higher lows and holding up VWAP. And any pullbacks, we'll see if we can mitigate to the north side. Next up, we got NVDA. As you can see, they closed down just shy of 2.5 points, sitting right now on that the September gap up of the 4th, 5th low right now. Obviously, you have the 50-day coming up right underneath it on the daily. Pre-market is obviously selling off, but it's got to get above this 172.49-ish area, and if it does, then it should, price should be pushing higher, and any pullback to this level, if it holds, definitely want to size in and enjoy the ride to the north side. Roku, obviously, it's just a usual suspect right now. It's just going to remain on watch for quite some time until these guys obviously throw some serious support in, because it just keeps blowing through support levels. We are bullish. We're not taking it right now. We're bullish. We're waiting for the curl. It hasn't happened yet. Clearly, there's still some room to the downside. Obviously, the 100 level is a pretty natural support level. So pre-market, it's looking like it's tapping it. So let's see what it tap already pre-market. 176. So there's still some room to dip down below the support level, and it needs to hold these levels like it did in the morning session yesterday. So if it does, obviously pushing higher. But Roku has just been getting destroyed. So obviously that will come to an end soon enough. No need to catch the bottom, but just wait for the bottom patiently. And once it happens, you'll see it, and then you can start mitigating. Next up, we got Netflix. They got crushed yesterday, closing down just shy of 11.5 points. We have a 250 price target. It's blown through our 265 and 260 price target to the downside, so it's been very strong for us. We have 250 price targets, so we're another 2.5 points away from the from pre-market levels right now. So if this obviously the low of yesterday's level provides some resistance for us today, we'll be able to take it down some more. Otherwise, it's just going to maybe be a pause and putting in some higher highs and higher lows. But right now, today, going into the session, we're going to be bearish, contingent obviously on the prices holding below VWAP. We're going to wrap it up with TTD. They got slaughtered yesterday as well, closing down just north of 10 points. Blasting through the 200-day moving average on the daily, coming up on our 180 price target. Obviously there's still a lot of meat on the bone. These guys moved nicely. They had 2.5 million shares traded yesterday, so it was significant. So obviously we're gonna continue to push prices lower if it cannot hold any type of support above the 190 level. If it cannot, because right now it's trading 189.11 pre-market. So if it can't get above 190 and hold 190, then we're gonna put in some orders and try to take this thing down. So we got 6 going into the session. As always, guys, we like we always talk about, just be patient. Be patient with your setups. Be patient with the price. You have your trade IDs, your thesis set up. Just wait for your setups to form, come to you. Don't chase. You chase, you die, like we always say. So, if you're wrong, cut your losses. Stick to your stops and cut your losses. Reevaluate the situation. And if your original thesis is right, step back in. All right. Keep your losses very, very short. And when you're correct, add to your positions. That's how you build your account. All right, guys. Listen. Have a great session today. Any question? Reach out to us. All right.